In the gaming world, the once mighty warrior god surrendered to the final boss simply because of overworking, leading to body aches and exhaustion. Eventually, he met a tragic end under the beast's claws. Upon awakening, he found himself transported into the game he once played. Possessing the unparalleled level 3's talent, he chose the most underestimated player profession. Everyone mocked him as brainless, yet the player turned out to be the most formidable, able to utilize equipment and skills from all classes. Moreover, with unbeatable passive skills. Initially playing a game called Heavenly Start, due to cooldown times and damage limits, he couldn't handle the continuously summoned bosses. As a result, he was mercilessly killed by the monsters. One step away from becoming a god, the computer screen suddenly blinked, and he realized he was on a bus. Did he transmigrate? Looking at the familiar face next to him, he was surprised to find that person had also transmigrated. With a bewildered face, Nanbanbeo said, "Is this a joke? Tomorrow, you still need to help me with the school exam." In the game Heavenly Start, only by activating Awakening could talent be awakened. Now, it could be determined that he had truly transmigrated into the game. Although his gaming skills from his previous life remained, the connection between this world and Heavenly Start was unclear. At that moment, Nanbanbeo approached and said, "An Kian, this time you have to help me." Seeing Nanbanbeo's pained eyes, Trinh Khiem Muc gently patted his shoulder and said not to worry. "Just wait for me in the secret area, then we'll figure it out." They then headed to the training ground. While everyone was brainstorming ways to complete the mission, Trinh Khiem Muc went straight to the secret area. Surprisingly, it resembled a new village in Heavenly Start. Trinh Khiem Muc stepped into the subinstance for the first time. This awakening power not only converts any two active skills into passive supplementary skills but also accumulates strength based on the character's attributes. If it truly resembles the setup of Tianqi, then this system is amazing. All 99 active skills in Tianqi are restricted by cooldown times. Hence, they cannot be infinitely used when slaying monsters, but passive skills can exist indefinitely. Skills without cooldown times just need the right conditions to be easily activated, and with leveling up, the activation rate will also increase infinitely. In this life, perhaps this passive skill could help him overcome regrets from the past life. This system suggests selecting active skills for oneself. Modu decided to experiment with this skill. This skill seems quite good, not only able to defeat enemies but also inflict damage up to 1.5 times. Let's try it on a small monster first, like this level 3 human-headed bull. Even in training grounds, it's considered quite a difficult monster to defeat. Use your skill now. Modu charges straight at the human-headed bull, immediately sending the monster flying with a shockwave. Along with a resounding tremor, it's discovered that the human-headed bull didn't absorb any damage. In a blink of an eye, the bull steps forward, smashing the ground, only to hear a swoosh as the monster wields a giant axe, charging towards Modu's head. Forced to raise a strong sword to face it. In the next second, the sound of the sword shattering rings out. Luckily, activating the invincible passive skill within 0.2 seconds, seizing this championship opportunity, Modu immediately activates the passive skill, sending the human-headed bull flying. Seeing the monster's corpse nearby. This passive talent is incredibly powerful, not only solving the cooldown time issue but also increasing the damage system. This completely resolves the peak failure issue of the previous life. In this life, one must certainly overcome regrets from the past life and successfully conquer. When the former brutal villain is reborn as a normal student but still can't hide his cruel nature in just a few minutes, the weapon has become blood due to killing too many monsters. This cannot continue in the previous life, only because of too many monsters. Not able to change weapons, he was killed by the lion VO. If the first skill choice is attack, then the second skill must be based on the cooldown time when activated. The weapon change reduces the cooldown time of changing weapons by 30. Congratulations to the owner for successfully switching. The weapon change time is permanently reduced by 30, so in battle, you can quickly change weapons to fight with different types of weapons. Therefore, in the early stages when facing that monster, that is the advantage. It's time to return and wait for the exam tomorrow. On the second day in the exam hall, the noisy exam hall just entered the exam hall and met Li Hong, who was round and plump because my dad solved the exam map with the power of earth elements. Vantu Tonkin advised him to keep it low. You're afraid that others don't know that your dad went behind the scenes. This time the exam took place on the volcano map. There, monsters appear according to 3 time periods. Not too bad. Li Hong was asked how many monster squads can you fight when testing. Li Hong embarrassedly replied that the highest level is level 5. Vantu Tonkin immediately covered his eyes. It seems that the effectiveness of his dad going behind the scenes is quite effective. At that moment, a voice from behind suddenly came. My house has little money. Who do you want to follow? It's okay to give up the exam to avoid making your dad angry. The person who came was the wealthy young master Mao Fong. Hearing this, Li Hong immediately got angry, rolled up his sleeves ready to fight, but was stopped by Vantu Tan Keen. Seeing this, the wealthy young master Mao Fong continued to mock. Do you think you can defeat me? At that moment, Vantu Tan Keen suddenly kicked Mao Fong in the leg, causing Mao Fong to lose balance and fall down. This kid is seeking death. With fierce determination, he finished speaking and threw a straight punch at Trinh Khiem Muc, only to be gently blocked by the other person. Oh, I almost forgot the main point. Are you willing to bet with me? Li Hong's test results in the future will surely be better than yours. Tran Nham. Mao Fong immediately put on a mysterious expression, covered his chest, and burst into laughter. Are you kidding me? If you have decided to commit suicide, then I agree to lose and have to run 3 laps around the field and dance gracefully by the sea 3 times. Trinh Khiem Muc calmly said a word. Every word is kept. Li Hong looked mysteriously and asked, "Are you crazy?" Trinh Khiem Muc calmly replied, "Trust me, there is nothing wrong." Wait a minute, you acted like that before, then like that, and finally like this. Your opinion is really fantastic, Mr. Man. We will follow your lead. At this point, the head examiner Trongla announced that the official test had begun. Mr. Man, please sit there and watch how things unfold. Then Trinh Khiem Muc also entered the test map. The large fire crack at the beginning was a giant volcano with mainly orcs and demons. At the top of the mountain was the secondary fortress Zaron. Suddenly feeling familiar with this place. Use your green orcs to warm up your hands first. But then the spiked arm of the orc rushed towards him. Seeing this, he firmly planted his feet on the ground and hugged his knees. It was difficult to maintain balance as he was surrounded by orc trees. Previously, everything was controlled by the keyboard and mouse, but now it had to rely on true physical instincts. The attacks and monsters here had clearly been enhanced. Moreover, fighting with so many monsters seemed quite annoying. Suddenly, the system beeped once. It detected that the owner had extensive experience in operations. Would you like to convert all experience into physical instinct? Trinh Khiem Muc remained silent. What is the situation? Experience can also be considered as preparation. Congratulations, the conversion of experience into physical instinct is complete. It can be clearly felt that all physical skills have been upgraded and are completely different from before. Immediately after, 2 beastmen rushed towards his head. Seeing the situation, Trinh Khiem Muc took advantage of the push from the ground to quickly stand on the rock next to him. Then, looking down at the position of the beastman, waiting for the right moment, a powerful kick from PG hit the face of the beastman immediately. The beastman was forcefully kicked far away. His shapeshifting ability is too powerful. He can even control every muscle in his body. His current body simply makes him feel more comfortable than playing games in his previous life, so let's deal with them together. At the same time, the orcs saw that they had been violated and rushed to Xianmai City. Seeing the situation in Xianmai City, they jumped down from their original position and needed to be led in a straight line while solving the problem. But the orc was still confused for a second after seeing it. Well, it was a waiting opportunity. Only a close swipe of the elf city. The orc was immediately kicked into the air and quickly drew his sword to activate the Iron Wave skill. Once the skill was activated, he activated the Capture Sun behind him. Through some special actions, he can directly enter the body of the orc, increase the experience of killing monsters to 50, and upgrade directly from level 1 to level 3. In addition, he also gains 8 free attribute points. Cheng Xianmai is happy that not only can he easily kill monsters, but he can also gain additional experience. His passive skill is really powerful. Then Trinh Khiem Muc continued to search for the trail of the wild beast with many first-level skills and weapons in hand. This life is much more interesting than his previous life. Meanwhile, on the large screen of the Evaluation Council, there is a name rapidly rising in the rankings, and the one at the top is Trinh Khiem Muc, level 3. While others were still quiet, it took less than 5 minutes to climb 2 levels. My school life has a story like this. Right, Devil? Trinh Khiem Muc. This kid is really interesting. Are there any other surprises behind everyone kills monsters, but I get to sleep while they kill monsters? In my free time, I often hide behind rocks and play with my dog. When my academic results were so bad that even the principal couldn't bear to look at them, I took out my ancestral traditional machine gun and after a series of shooting rounds, in the blink of an eye, I climbed to the top of the leaderboard. Not only that, I inexplicably woke up from a mysterious trance. As the only undercover hunter to have crossed thousands of lonely paths to the Valley of the Shadows, he stopped on an empty piece of land and suddenly spotted several figures in front of him. These people were the second-tier gentlemen of the top TA Shadow Academy. He remembered vividly that these monsters had a miraculous power. If victorious, all problems could be solved. Actions speak louder than words. He then drew his fire arrow bow towards the mountain, waiting until the bow was tightly held. In one leap, he reached the head of the monster. Immediately afterwards, he drew a dart on himself. The dart flew towards the Shadow Academy. The sword was attacked, immediately reacting back, then turned around to find Trinh Khiem Muc standing on the mountain slope activating a special skill, the Shadow Sword, rushing towards the monster on the mountain. Trinh Khiem Muc gently dodged. As low-level monsters, they only knew how to use shadow swords and summon hunting dogs. When the monster disappeared from their sight, the Shadow Academy group immediately returned to a normal state as if nothing had happened. Unexpectedly, the error from the previous life still existed. If so, they wouldn't be able to attack the monster. The next step is when the Shadow Academy's summoning skill for hunting dogs simply kills the summoned dog immediately. The most interesting part of this error is next. Due to the priority of the summoning skill for hunting dogs over the Shadow Sword, if the dog dies, they will continue to endlessly summon dogs, and the Shadow Academy will not be able to select a target for attack from the Shadow Sword skill to summon dogs. Therefore, the chaotic logic by using a stick can slaughter a large number of hunting dogs. Just need to kill the Dark Wizard. These hunting dogs will immediately become their own experience. Now can take a nap before waiting for them to play slowly. In the noisy arena, the leaderboard no longer has the name of Trinh Khiem Muc when a student suddenly exclaimed in amazement. Laking has successfully switched careers to become a gun soldier while his male classmates have become a clear seer. At this moment, the principal looked suspiciously. Previously, Trinh Khiem Muc had not made a sound for half a day, not knowing what rank he was currently in. After looking it up, the principal widened his eyes in surprise. What is this person doing to be ranked last? The students next to him also follow along to check. Initially, the leader should be the one to fall by accident. At this moment, the principal is also full of worry. There are still 4 hours left until the end of the exam. At this speed, it is predicted that it will not be able to reach level 6, let alone defeat the barrier and activate the talent. At this moment, an assistant standing behind suddenly points to the screen in amazement and says, "Quick, look at the last rank." The principal also looks at the screen with excitement in the blink of an eye. Trinh Khiem Muc's rank has increased by 121 meters. The principal at this moment opens his mouth challengingly. How did Trinh Khiem Muc do that? The reason is that a minute ago, Trinh Khiem Muc woke up, stretched his body, then looked down at the mountain under the ground with over 400 hunting dogs appearing. Trinh Khiem Muc said nothing, immediately used the traditional Gatling gun of the family. Very curious, if killing these hunting dogs, how many levels will he increase? The hunting begins with the sound of the Gatling gun echoing. The Dark Wizard can only see the bullets rushing towards him after a series of powerful shots. Not a single strand of fur is left at the scene. The announcement of killing the dark hunting dogs resonates. The constant sound echoed in the ears along with the congratulations for leveling up. And with the advancement, passive skills also increased. The potential development of this passive skill is quite high, isn't it? As the next level increased, if it could activate 100 passive skills, the fewer the better. And now, Trinh Khiem Muc has advanced to level 13 and climbed to the top of the leaderboard. Suddenly, the entire examination hall was in chaos. We are students of Zhongcheng University. When will such a great deity appear? Oh, is that so? It's too amazing, too peak. Even the whole country can be stable in the top 3. Up to now, we still haven't heard of anything strange like this. Who is this deity? Both of you, tell me, is this peak or not? This little guy is my student. But right after saying that, the principal appeared behind him. Are you blind to not report in time? With such good talent, the talent of this little guy makes the whole school the strongest since its establishment. Congratulations on reaching level 13. When the level exceeds 10, you can choose a profession. What profession will you choose? When you hear about choosing a profession, Trinh Khiem Muc immediately slammed on the brakes. In the past life, despite having all the god-level titles of professions, there was only one path not taken. And that special profession that doesn't change is the nation builder. Nation building is not limited by any profession or equipment. Therefore, combining diverse equipment attributes to the maximum extent, even unlimited usage is possible. And you can combine any attributes to create the perfect equipment. But the disadvantage is clear, that is, lacking in power. Strong at the beginning, weak at the end, and cannot be compensated by technique. But with such a powerful passive system, it has completely solved the fatal problem of nation building. Harnessing the full power of the independent warrior profession, Trinh Khiem resolutely chose to become an independent warrior without hesitation. Due to never allocating free attributes before, he automatically connected to the unique secondary profession of an independent warrior. A young man who surpassed even the genius Trinh Khiem, the top scorer. However, he chose the profession of an independent warrior, a combat profession of inferior skill. His classmates all mocked him as a fool, even the principal thought he was wasting his talent. But after rewatching the combat test video, the principal's evaluation changed, believing that this child's future should not be limited just because his movement skills could completely compensate for the weakness in the output power of the independent warrior. Furthermore, he could switch weapons without being constrained by any professional limitations, even surpassing the strongest battle god ever. Right after completing the construction of the pulse, Trinh Khiem chose the profession of an independent warrior. The principal was surprised and angered. How could he do that? The principal felt unjust for this child, who always wrote his will as a passionate warrior. Choosing the profession of an independent warrior also meant giving up his future. The students beside him felt doubtful whether the independent warrior was truly as inferior as portrayed. Meanwhile, in the eyes of others, the profession of the pulse seemed weak. But it actually suited him well. Drawing on technological experience from the previous world, he could fully unleash the power of the independent warrior. But what is the unique secondary profession of the independent warrior when focusing on the pulse unexpectedly and only being able to record the log through defeating the sub-boss? This is simply a custom profession tailored specifically for oneself. The Divine Opener knew the situation of all the sub-bosses, which was an advantage that regular players did not have. The most important thing now is to enhance passive damage pursuit attack speed. Try your hand on these giant goblins first. Attribute distribution is not just a numerical change. It also provides a clear perception of the difference in body and physical performance. Whether it's attack speed, surprise attack opportunities, this is much more enjoyable than playing games on a keyboard in the previous world. During the monster killing process, he also received a special book, the Book of Demons. Please remember that this is a hidden open task project and you almost forgot about this interesting task. Collect enough task projects before starting. The test is about to end 1 hour before it ends. Students are gradually approaching the designated area. They will face the final challenge of this round. Zalin boss is only considered to have passed the test after defeating him. Then, the student rushes into the fence, triggering the attention state of the trap. This skill may cause sustained damage to the player, while randomly developing negative skills to reduce the player's damage. Before he detonates the bomb, we must catch up with him, otherwise the test mission will fail, and the system will be transferred out of the classic area. At the same time, Chang Qingjin will also go to see the boss. Collecting mission items takes half an hour, and he did not miss the challenge of explosives. He waved his axe and approached Zheng Qingjin, but he didn't even realize that his speed was good with thick skin and thin flesh. However, compared to Zheng Qingjin was still far away. He slid to the ground to avoid the attack, then held one foot and stepped on the guard's head. Immediately, 2 guards were sent flying. Not having a shield to protect Zalin isn't much different than hitting him. No need to think. Chang Xianmo ran up and kicked him a kick that pushed Zalin far away. Time is running out, must solve quickly. After taking out the traditional machine gun, Chang Xianmo just needed to shoot at Zalin instantly. Everything becomes chaotic, the dead body begins to go crazy. The dead body suddenly hit the ground and then became frenzied. Seeing this, Chang Xianmo quickly switched to a long gun and hit the bomb's leg. You can hear the leg bone breaking as this process takes place. If this process is prolonged and the trap is activated, there is no other way. After finishing talking, he held a long knife and walked towards the fence. The underground fence was now shaking, and his most fatal weakness was his brain. Sorry, I am panting. After speaking, he stabbed the knife straight into Zalan's head while in the examination council. It seems that this time's champion belongs to Lak Tan Tan. But in just a second, the ranking on the big screen changed. Ko Lo Tin Tin with a tattoo looking back. It can only be level 10 that can reverse it. Lak Tin Tin, a mysterious profession. How could I lose to Li Hong like this? Seeing this, a classmate consoled Lak Tin Tin that Li Hong must have cheated. Chairman Trong just took him away. Hearing Li Hong cheated, Lak Tin Tin immediately fell silent. It's not surprising he's not cheating. He wants to be the first student expelled from school. Even if someone helps him cheat, we will investigate. Nu Van Tiu Bao's sweat dripped along. Right after that, he slammed on the ground. Then he taught Trinh Khiem Muc how to cut scars without being detected and complete the test when waking up at the fastest speed. Hearing Nu Van Tiu Bao explain like that, does it make sense? Since when did the school introduce a hidden genius? If it's not cheating, he wants to be the first student expelled from school. Even if someone helps him cheat, we will investigate. Nu Van Tiu Bao's sweat dripped along. Hearing Nu Van Tiu Bao explain like that, does it make sense? Since when did the school introduce a hidden genius? Chairman Trong explained that Trinh Khiem Muc set a record reaching level 13 but still has not left the test. After speaking, he showed his test video. Seeing the video, Lo Non Min became shocked. This is truly a fantastic Trinh Khiem Muc. This person's future is definitely unpredictable. Now all students have left the duplicate room, leaving only lead ink to complete the test. Just touching the crystal ball, there are 15 minutes left. Should I finish the hidden task before leaving the duplicate room? After speaking, she collected the books and obsidian stones. The crystal, along with expanding and arranging the skull box of the fierce dog down to the floor. Right after that, the sound of chains falling from nowhere transmitted an indistinct image. Who dares to disturb my sleep? When the goddess confidently thought the top position was hers, the large screen behind started to scroll frantically. Seeing this scene, the goddess immediately screamed, not knowing that the man had informed her with a book and ginseng. The crystal shattered along with 6 materials. The fierce dog skull box just needs to summon the hidden treasure. The answer is only this way to stimulate a more powerful hidden power. Another one dares to challenge me. After saying that, energy focused on his right hand, a direct shock wave shot into the ground. In the blink of an eye, the attack had reached Trinh Khiem Muc. Seeing this, Trinh Khiem Muc jumped to avoid it, immediately creating a hole around Tam Mon. Then the attack reached the office of Trinh Khiem Muc, far away, but Trinh Khiem Muc calmly, despite his powerful strength, is much stronger than Zarlin. But this clumsy gesture is still considered a failure. Tam Mon immediately got angry, then a stomp on the ground. The human species will pay for their arrogance immediately. An office attack occurred in front of Trinh Khiem Muc. Trinh Khiem Muc reached behind his back and immediately launched a golden sandstorm. Tam Mon was instantly blinded. Then a bright bullet almost hit him. Although this basic attack doesn't cause damage, it can be used to control Tam Mon, such a heavy enemy, but this activated the self-resolving body skill of the boss without in vain. As the hidden boss, next is my performance. After slipping on the ground for the first time, directly hitting Taman's chin with a punch, causing him to spit out some old blood and temporarily making him dizzy, then grabbing Taman's leg, but was forcefully stabbed and kicked. Having kicked Taman far away and hitting him with a small pre-prepared bomb, an immediate powerful explosion occurred. Despite being severely injured, Taman tried to stand up, but Chang Chenmo didn't give him the chance. Seizing the opportunity when he was weak, he directly stabbed the sharp nose in his hand into the ground, firmly locking his 2 legs in place and at the same time forcefully kicking Taman's head. A second later, he raised a traditional punch and Taman disappeared. When killing Taman, his level also immediately increased to level 14. Seeing the situation, everyone shouted that the cheating talent had reached level 14. Dragging not leaving the secret area is definitely suspicious. Anyway, when the time is up, it will be transmitted out. We will check immediately. Hearing everyone talking, Lu Nong Ming became gloomy. These ignorant people completely do not understand about aliens. Director Trong beside also felt indignant. Does Lu Jiaovi believe in the power of this small person? When the hidden boss Taman was killed with 1 minute left before the end of the test, it switched to being a free leader. Don't know if this consciousness is useful. After a sudden series of mysterious signs, the system congratulated you for passing this test. The system upgraded you to level 2. You can convert passive skills twice and receive study rewards to study abroad. For killing the hidden boss, you are rewarded with a basic free level up book that can increase your basic critical hit rate by 20. Looking at the 2 passive skill conversions from the system, Tanmo first directly chose the green machine gun. Using any type of gun would have a 25 chance of shooting out 10 bullets. Achieving a 100 hit rate is truly legendary. Being able to strike accurately allows us to take down high-level monsters. This means that facing high-level monsters, as long as we are not immediately defeated, we can easily kill them. And there's one more passive transformation. Choose skills with high effectiveness to maximize output power. Select the next passive transformation. Congratulations on successfully transforming the passive. This skill has a 20 chance to knock down enemies in a 2 meters radius, which will make us more confident when facing a horde of monsters. Confronting a horde of monsters, we no longer feel passive. Immediately after, check your own status. With nearly 10,000 strength on the mainland, Kaithine, we already possess the power of a battle. It's time to go outside. As the teleportation gate lights up with a bright white light, shining directly into the eyes of all students. Next, from the white light, the heavenly mock trail slowly emerges. Senior teacher Lu Qinvi is stunned, not expecting he had succeeded. The future of this boy cannot be predicted. At that moment, the students standing beside began to assess the performance of the heavenly mock trail. They expelled heavenly mock trail and Li Hong, the 2 cheaters, from the school. Hearing this, Lo Ngh In Men immediately darkened his face. A strong breath immediately spread around. All the students fell silent. Then he looked at heavenly mock trail and asked, "Did you really pass that level?" Heavenly Mock Trail calmly replied, "Yes, Master Lu has the answer I wanted." Lo Ngh Men felt tired. Gently touching Heavenly Mock Trail's shoulder, he said, "Very good, you didn't disappoint me. You deserve to be the first." This is Tun Koa Lak Tin Tin, who was also puzzled. Why is the last person to pass the game ranked first? Please give us a reasonable explanation from Master Lu Keen V. The viewers also began to object, demanding the cheaters be expelled. Upon hearing the words of Lu Jiao V, he immediately sneered, "You all are such fools." At the same time he killed a level 12 hidden boss, more than all of you combined. Does he not deserve to lead instead of letting fools like you take charge? Shui Qin disagreed with the notion that the hidden boss was just a lie to toy with the crowd. "I will definitely expose his lies. He is clearly a cheat, recognized by all the teachers and students in the school." However, the school belle gazed at him with a hazy look, implying that whatever the male student did was justified. Even the cold homeroom teacher praised him, not hesitating to attach her white rabbit to her chest, saying she could be alone with the male student anytime. "Besides my brothers, you all are not qualified to guide me." Right after that, the homeroom teacher Shui Qin believed that Cheng Qian-mo only reached the top position through cheating, so she leapt forward in front of everyone. "So Cheng, please share the method of summoning the hidden boss you discovered." Upon hearing Cheng Qian-mo's disdainful expression, "What do I have to say to you?" Shui Qin immediately fainted, leaving everyone stunned by this response. It's over, it's over. Cheng Qian-mo was completely hopeless. At the same time, Tun Koa also noticed the expression on Shui Qin's face. What does she think of herself to dare talk to teacher Shui like that? After speaking, she pulled out a long knife and pointed it at Cheng Qian-mo. "I want to fight him alone." But Cheng Qian-mo was not afraid at all. "But I can also face you alone." At that moment, Lak Tin Tin from the side also stepped forward. "So if you are confident, ask yourself if we teaming up is worthy of your challenge." Cheng Qian-mo smirked. However, Cap Mo remained unfazed. "But I can also face you alone." When the friend beside him, Le Kung Kung, also approached. "If Cap Din Mok is confident, then ask if we teaming up is worthy of your challenge." "Who are you?" This question drove Luo Jingjing completely crazy to the point where she didn't even recognize me. "I am the laughingstock of Zhongcheng University. Not a single soul knows me." Hearing these words, Sun Ke suddenly became furious. "I want to challenge you, even if it means a fight to the death." Seeing the situation, Shui Qing pondered that refusing the challenge would damage her reputation and she would have to accept the consequences. Even if she agreed, Cheng Qinmo was still no match for him. "Sun Ke, remember this. If you seek death, don't blame me." Seeing Lu Jiaowei unwilling to bet without a choice, he also wanted to seize this opportunity. With both sides agreeing, he couldn't help but create a stage for them. After finishing speaking, a giant square arena appeared before everyone. Before parting ways, he reminded Sun Ke, hoping he wouldn't regret it later. Then the two started insulting each other. Sun Ke said he wanted to knock out all of Cheng Qinmo's teeth, but Cheng Qinmo paid no attention. "Let's settle this quickly, don't waste time." Feeling the contempt from Cheng Qinmo, Sun Ke started exploding on the spot. His whole body began to emit free-flowing violet flames. In the blink of an eye, it turned into a faint figure facing the arena, creating a ring of violet fire around Cheng Qinmo. Do you like this truth, dear reader? After speaking, he attacked from behind Cheng Qinmo. Thinking he was about to succeed, Cheng Qinmo effortlessly dodged with a simple step. Finally, he taunted him before leaving. Sun Ke believed it was just luck. After speaking, he swung the stick in his hand and demanded, "Die." A horizontal blow slashed right in front of Tan Thien Mok, pushing him back a few meters. But the strongest attack in the form of a fierce strike from Sun Koa immediately stopped with a powerful explosion. Tan confidently believed that Tan Thien Mok would surely fail. Van Koa continuously delivered swift blows and declared that no one could withstand his attacks. Before he could finish speaking, Tan Tien could not bear a direct kick to his face, followed by a series of strong kicks that sent him flying, leaving Lo Gao V and Tan wide-eyed in disbelief. Lo Gao V and Tan widened their eyes, unable to react. Tan Thien Mok immediately activated a series of perfectly controlled waves, hitting him with a loud bang. Sun Koa fell to the ground. Tan Thien Mok didn't forget to taunt him. "Your top speed in my eyes is still too slow." Even now, Tin couldn't believe that Sun Kha could rank among the top talents. Before he could see clearly, it was over. Tan Thien Mok looked towards Lak Tin Tin below the arena. "Do you want to fight me?" Hearing Lak Tin Tin's fearful tone, immediately, he slowly bowed his head. "I truly am not worthy of challenging you." When these words were spoken, the students doubted whether he had arrived before, even approaching. Lac Tin Tin was also very intrigued, lightly stroking his chin, not expecting him to be so powerful, wondering what he wanted to do. And only during the entire session did Lo Gao Vi recognize the true strength of Trinh Khiem Muc, completely stunned. Maximum reaction speed and perfect action, perhaps only he could become an endless legend. Such a great talent, no matter the cost, must stay in the city. He then announced in front of the crowd, due to Trinh Khiem Muc's outstanding achievements, awarded him 1 million Nam Tin and bestowed upon Trinh Khiem Muc the title of Eternal Student. The declaration left everyone in the arena astonished. The talented students observed the situation. Chen Mo lightly touched his chin, observing their reactions. This title is undoubtedly very powerful. But he doesn't know that for over 20 years, Zhang City has never had a talented student, not even one. Currently a level 4 expert, in the large city of Zhang, there are only a few dozen level 3 experts like Lo Jiao Vi. This shows that Chen Mo will at least become a level 4 expert in the future. A strong student like him must be won over. If I can become a teacher of a level 4 expert, his success will surely echo throughout the continent. As he finished speaking, he nonchalantly lifted his shoulders. Chen Mo, the two soft white rabbits, immediately turned to look at him. Would you like to become the head of my class? I guarantee that I am always ready to provide personal guidance for you. Looking at the high school students becoming angry, immediately, Thay Shu Yet is my goddess. If he can secretly guide me, even if I have to die, I am willing. However, Trinh Khiem Muc expressed his refusal with a disdainful look. Dream on, you are thinking too much. You are not qualified to teach me. Really bad, truly bad. Trinh Khiem Muc is really too bad. Confronting the fierce and monstrous gang of robbers, he grasped the traditional machine gun passed down through the family and fired continuously. Not only did he seize their monster ownership rights, but he also utilized their collective skills to help him eliminate the caretaker. Seeing the class leader about to get angry immediately, but being held back by his teammates. Are you sure we can defeat him? The class leader knows he is not strong enough to face him, so he leads the way but does not forget to light the morning fire. But Chen Mo completely disregards the idea of saving face for them. I told you to go. The high school female official did not hesitate to act as a hunting dog just to enter the harem of Chen Mo and even mentioned that even if something happened between them, it would not be impossible. But to everyone's surprise, this man of steel masculinity bluntly refused. Not just you, all the teachers in Zhang City. No one has the authority to guide me. Shui Chen and Zheng Yu's anger, but was immediately interrupted by Lu Jiaowei. I truly cannot teach him. Even looking at the whole Waha, no one can teach him because he is a free man, unlike anyone before and after. His future can only be faced alone. Fellow students, you must walk this path of freedom correctly. So I allow you to choose for yourself. I hope you can shine in next month's comprehensive exam and make the school proud. Don't you feel the atmosphere? The people proposed by the thousands. When my 1 million Sao Sun reward arrives, the entire Van Non school must close. The next day, all major media outlets reported on the thousands of people proposed. Countless reporters rushed in wanting an exclusive interview with Tan Thien Phu. He arrived at the Weather Management Association. 100 years ago, a monster suddenly appeared without warning. After killing, it retreated on its own. To combat this disaster, humans discovered Luke Lang in an extremely narrow gap, then discovered the main event on the Thien Kai continent. And found a way to enter freely. Then a wild training era began on the Thien Kai continent. The Thien Kai continent gradually became a battleground for nations to fight over because only the awakened with strong talents could survive here. So, the most important task of Tan Thien Phu at present is to level up to 21st. Then he was transferred to the Broken Isles map, similar to the previous life's Thien Kai. It truly makes people nostalgic. While others were still calling to find a team to hunt monsters, Trinh Khiem Muc relied on memories from past lives to accept hidden missions. Finally, in a dilapidated house, he found traces of the hidden mission. Congratulations, you have received the hidden mission. Darkness disappears, using a tailless turtle as bait to lure and eliminate the mysterious shadow. This task not only brings a lot of experience, but also carries great risks. And you also get a brand new, super handy item for newcomers while at Erna Beach, where other teams are busy killing monsters to level up. A giant fireball suddenly falls towards everyone, prompting everyone to immediately activate their defense skills. The one who emits the fireball is Din Hong, the leader of a trio of monster robbers, even though the school rules prohibit fighting. Not only do you rob monsters, but you also harm your classmates. This is a public area, not the private land of your magic school. Din Hong shows contempt. I am just killing monsters, magic is blind. If you don't believe it, you can try looking at Malong University, one of the top 10 universities in the country. Can't compete with them, they can only leave. That female mage said there's another blind guy killing on the other side. Look up there, it's a level 14 trash can. Today, let me teach this guy a lesson. After speaking, directly activate the provocation skill. The chain link is still the old way. I fight monsters, release the group killing skill, kill all the monsters, and don't give that kid a chance. Follow the lead monster. In Tienkai's contemplative Trinh Khiem Muc, there are regulations on monster ownership. First, you must kill a certain amount of the monster's blood to be able to own it. Other players who kill monsters within the ownership rights will not receive any rewards. Normal players probably can't do anything to you. But unfortunately, today you meet me. Trinh Khiem Muc shrinks and activates the assassin's speed defense skill, which only needs to triple their damage. The monster ownership will transfer to me and must maintain an unchanging feud, or else the monsters will kill you immediately. As a professional combat player, I cannot pull monsters, so I must find a reasonable way to complete it. Seeing the players next to him amazed, this unfamiliar name truly rushes into the monster crowd and competes with the two mages, truly living dangerously. Beside, Din Hong was filled with the innocence of a stranger in flashy attire, yet vague in wanting to regain control by throwing lethal punches. Don't blame us, it's because you lost yourself. But then they realized something was off. Their skills couldn't kill him, so they urgently commanded each other not to just stand there but to give up immediately and kill the monster first. However, they didn't know that Kung Tian No had used a quick attack to trigger his passive skill and dodge the damage from the snowstorm. And used the slowing effect of the snowstorm to slow down the monster. He then pulled out a traditional Gatling machine gun and started shooting continuously, successfully activating the automatic firing ability of the Gatling gun. Seeing Kung Tian No holding the Gatling gun sweeping continuously on the field, all the gamers beside were amazed and wide-eyed. The cooldown time of the Gatling gun is 18 seconds. How could he shoot continuously like that? Completely different from the image of the stranger in their eyes. Din Hong's group lost control of the monster and were shocked to the point of being speechless. The snowstorm skill had also ended, wanting to stop but it was too late. Everything fell on the dying monster. Seeing hundreds of mutated turtle corpses, Lin Dong Tam was dumbfounded, but before leaving, Tan Mac still didn't forget to mock. Thanks to these three foolish people. The other gamers beside couldn't stop laughing. These three dogs not only got the monster aggroed but also helped others increase their attack power like crazy. It's really funny. Seeing that, Tan Hong was completely angry, about to seek death. While preparing to react, he was firmly held back by the female mage next to him. Captain, have you thought this through? The damage output of this person is higher than the three of us combined. Are you sure you want to face him? Tan Mac looked at Din Hong with an imposing look, no other choice but to leave, reluctantly. Before leaving, he didn't forget to speak harshly to Kung Tian No, his name will be remembered. As the man finished speaking, he prepared to leave. But the next scene sent shivers down the spines of the three. Did I tell you to leave? The man only turned his head, causing the young master of Wak Kwak to immediately feel terrified. In his eyes, the man resembled a demon from hell. However, the male witch next to him showed contempt. A level 14 player wants to torment us in front of me. There are people you should never provoke in your lifetime. A fiery ball instantly rushed towards the myriad of magic spells. The myriad of magic spells immediately transformed the weapons into gloves. Next was the premonition skill. He directed all his troops towards the male witch and delivered a powerful punch. A punch from the divine sword shattered the fireball. Not only that, with a quick step, he came behind the male witch. Then, a bang was heard. It was truly like a bullet being shot into the air. Seeing the soldiers next to him directly stunned, this guy released 3 skills in an instant. This is something a level 14 player can do. You only have 20 seconds to think. And with all the things on you, no reaction. The female witch fell face down to the ground. This is all that is on me. The male witch, who was also hit, slowly stood up. How dare you offend the students of the Phantom School? We're not done with you. He stepped forward, preparing to strike. But to everyone's surprise, Din Hong intervened just in time. After speaking, Din Hong pulled out the male witches in his own pockets, ceremoniously handing them to the myriad of magic spells. We were a bit hasty just now. Please look at the good display of these 3 this time. I will spare you. After hearing this, the 3 immediately ran away. The soldiers on the side of the road were surprised, never having seen the 3 so powerful. They beat the witches of the Phantom School like dogs without a home. The other soldiers also voluntarily left. Now he could confidently collect mission items. After a night of careful searching, we finally collected all the other materials. Fortunately, the opinions about upgrading made our strength reach over 10,000 years, which all new students cannot achieve. The next step is to complete the task and obtain new weapons for the new students. They are plotting to retaliate against Zhao Tiankui, not only by arranging people to monitor every step of his actions, but also by having all students under the age of 30 help with the final step of his plan. There are rumors that he not only possesses S-level magic, but also reached level 21 in just 1 year. He is the most powerful novice, without any controversy. With his help, this is absolutely correct. It is not surprising that he is considered the most outstanding student of the Magic Emperor Law School and can perform such a power-seeking performance. He is the strongest new student of the Magic Emperor Law School. When Master Ding Hong came here to achieve his goal, he talked about his plan, but was rejected before speaking. GU student will never let your help go unrewarded. I will provide you with all the materials needed for 2 upgrades. GU student, don't leave. GU student, if you have any requirements, please let me know. Yesterday, we were mercilessly warned by him that he is just a poor 14th grade student, but his strength is immeasurable. The 3 of us are not even his match. And one important point not told to you is that kid is still just a lone person. When hearing about the lone person, Bo Van Phi stopped. A lone person of level 14 is indeed interesting initially. I thought that all those of the same level in the province were useless. This time I finally met an opponent that I care about, and at this moment, Trinh Khiem Muc goes to the fishing gear store. After that, he buys an exquisite red bamboo fishing set plus 10 high-quality red worms. Seeing him choose like that, the shop owner immediately creates the most suitable outfit in terms of practicality, as he a fishing master. No one could possibly possess such extensive fishing knowledge, even if they weren't from a famous fishing family. Surely he must have something to offer if he's willing to make friends, so why not give it a try? The young man seems to have a keen eye for this fishing rod. I'll sell it to you for 10 gold coins if you can catch a really good fish. Remember to come back here to buy. I guarantee you'll be satisfied with the price. Then they arrived at the sandy beach, only missing one material to enter the map of the island on the other side, which will be renewed every 3 days. It's a rare item that he needs. It's an underwater breathing tube that allows the wearer to breathe underwater indefinitely. This is the final piece that cannot be missing in the dark mission of establishing the continent of Denkai. Limit of 2 minutes underwater. Exceeding it will cost 10 health points per second. No matter how much health you have, after 10 seconds you will die instantly and also be attacked by underwater monsters, so players usually don't easily jump into the water. When Din Mok stepped onto the shore, 2 shadowy figures appeared behind him. This boy is clearly fishing for the first time, yet he caught a large monster that made the world's top fishermen doubt their life choices. The revengeful student next to him was completely silent. He wasn't just fishing, he caught a boss as soon as Din Mok arrived at an ancient temple that seemed to be the one. Right after that, a kick to the sticky piece on the ground gradually stuck together and formed a dark blue blob. Today seems to be not too bad in luck. As he finished speaking, the green sticky substance formed a giant humanoid creature, a rare level 18 fatty creature. Deputy boss, long time no see. Please don't leave me alone. Facing the radiation adhering to the dust, 439 points of direct damage were caused. Did you see that the dust roared and the mucus on its body fell out, directly towards Emperor Ice? The ice took a step back and hit him with a corrosive chemical substance. If not careful, being hit by corrosive substance will reduce speed by 30 and decrease 50 damage points that can stack multiple times, as you must avoid his strikes at all costs. As soon as you level up, switch to the sword and unleash a wave of prey instantly. Heading towards Bui Fu No, wear a coat and activate the passive skill Seawolf damage, causing immediate high damage. But he remains a rare and elemental creature only in the next moment. From within him shoots out a bright green beam. Besides the radiation effect, if hit, one will continue to lose blood. My 18th generation ancestors gave me an ancient gun. Although you are good at all types of damage, slow speed is his fatal weakness, and there is also a bullet from a destroyed memory gray gun. Fat Thang grassland users can breathe freely underwater. The effect is really the same as in previous lives. It's time to eliminate the disappearing darkness. This is definitely a life and death battle, because he is the most powerful hidden treasure of Zinkun village. I want to see what you can do, Joe Daba. Jump into the sea, but due to the diving setting of the game, you quickly lose track of the castle circuit. We can't find any trace of the circuit board, girl. We have lost our tracking target. The circuit board has now arrived at the fishing spot in the faulty archipelago. We just need to wait for the activation of the next task. Upon reaching the shore, he realized that the location had been occupied by someone else. The strange thing was that this person had a military rank and profession. Seeing the situation, Trinh Khiem Muc felt surprised. How could this be unless the other party was much higher in rank than him? It would be impossible not to find information about him. But at that moment, the mysterious person suddenly said, "You came here to fish, didn't you? I'll give you this spot. Being cautious is good, but I have no intention of killing you. If I wanted to kill you, it would be as easy as turning my hand." Trinh Khiem Muc could only choose any position and wait for that person to leave before proceeding with the mission, or it wouldn't be too late. Meanwhile, the mysterious person looked at Trinh Khiem Muc beside him without humility. "I couldn't see any obvious weaknesses in front of me. It seems this kid is quite bold." After 2 minutes, an 8-pound carp easily took the bait. After 3 minutes, a 9-pound carp also took the bait. After 5 minutes, even a 9.5-pound golden phoenix carp was successfully caught. Seeing each fish, big or small, continuously taking the bait, the mysterious person beside him was amazed. "I've been fishing all day without catching any fish. How did this kid do it? It's as easy as turning my hand to kill me. How did this kid do it? I have been fishing in the fishing world for many years, and encountering a genius like you makes me wonder if you could teach me a little." Trinh Khiem Muc thought to himself, a newcomer like him, who is so likely to lose, still dares to boast that he has been fishing in the fishing world for many years. A newcomer like him, who is so likely to lose, still dares to boast that he has been fishing in the fishing world for many years, perhaps only able to smile awkwardly in front of his senior. This kid dares to say that he has been fishing in the fishing world for many years. It seems like a big ambition. But can only smile awkwardly in front of his senior. He is not that good either. After hearing this, the mysterious person chuckled and said, "This kid is truly special. This kid is truly special. Despite his young age, having such a special fishing heart, I truly admire it. But from what I observe, this kid not only has excellent fishing skills but also has outstanding abilities. So, let me experience it for a bit." After saying that, the mysterious person gently reached out to take the fish. Faced with thousands of men leaving his position directly, the mysterious person didn't rush to ask him why he had to go his own way, why I couldn't go my own way. Listen to the mysterious person's words and slowly stand up. "Young man, do you want to learn under my treasure? Thank you for your kindness on this lonely path. I want to keep moving forward. Say, throw a gold ring to the moneymaker. If you need help, please find me at the board. Look, this gold ring in Trinh Khiem Muc's hand looks surprising at first. In this era, you still keep what you have." At the same time, a special siege on Trinh Khiem Muc is about to begin. Today is your deadline. Club manager Wu Zhongli has also received news from members of Jinghong. Hopefully, no big shots will appear today, and Trinh Khiem Muc is still slowly adjusting. Suddenly, a sound from Trinh Khiem Muc interrupted the silence on the field. "This fish will definitely not bite anyone today." Listen to Trinh Khiem Muc's words, "Calm down. Why don't the 3 useless people from the Demon Spirit Academy hit themselves and call someone else? He is truly an intriguing lone wolf. The duck comes near death but still keeps its mouth shut. Today I must take you back to the training camp." But just then, a warning of an unknown object catching fish. Immediately, a giant figure emerges from the lake, its eyes sparkling in bright red. Seeing the situation, everyone is immediately shocked. What kind of monster is this? Is it a hidden element? Looking up, Hoang Tu Nak Cat, the leader of the 22nd level team with 6,000 health points. Even though Van Phi, a patient person, feels shocked facing a level 22 team leader. Even though it's difficult for him to fight alone, is his appearance related to a level 15 city watch now? A neighbor suggests that this is truly a rare opportunity to hunt down rare creatures. Let's kill monsters and steal treasures together. 1 action, 3 targets. Listening to Trinh Khiem Muc's words, a surprising expression appeared. It's true that there is a truly powerful treasure, but one also needs fate to obtain it. After speaking, a swift tail strike hit the group of people. At the same time, Nez Gak also rushed to the shore. Trinh Khiem Muc quickly jumped up, while the students couldn't avoid being thrown away on the spot. However, Gu Van Phi, a level 21 mage, was still a newcomer at the Spirit Academy. The first to activate the Wind Frost spell immediately bound Nez Gak tightly, and blood continuously decreased. Gu and his classmates held on tightly. "I will lead some people to kill the small fry of Trinh Khiem Muc. Kill the minions of Trinh Khiem Muc. Look at the mage in front, the mage behind." Din Hong still had some wit, but for Trinh Khiem Muc, any complex tactics were futile. Immediately afterwards, switching to a long sword, a straight punch immediately sent 3 swordsmen flying. He then sent 3 mages flying, followed by activating the assassination skill, Shadow Dart. In the blink of an eye, he disabled the skills of the 3 mages. At the same time, switching to a short sword, he immediately sent the mages flying. Seeing this situation, the 2 people next to him were completely shocked. Not only was he not a stranger, but he also accelerated at a high speed, with a terrifying weapon switch speed. This is the combination of a warrior and an assassin. At the same time, due to the boss' low blood volume, he was forced to unlock and enter a super toxic state. The 3 injured heads also began to randomly shoot. The loathsome people will sink into eternal darkness. Immediately, everyone on the battlefield fell into the deep ocean. The sound of desperate wails still echoed, but only Trinh Khiem Muc was very excited. Underwater is my main playground. Facing off against An Hong, leading the geniuses of the Spirit Academy to the final battle with Trinh Khiem Muc. Initially thought to rely on quantity to win, may cause dust to fall. The result, Chang Chanuo used cunning to lead everyone into the sea and relied on the special effects of the magic staff. He fell to the bottom of the sea, leaving everyone surprised, facing the wrath of Nezgok. But can Chang Chanuo complete his hidden mission? When Nezgok just fell into the water, he became invincible for 30 seconds but unable to move while everyone was underwater. Every 2 minutes they will go ashore to change positions, so the female wizard suggested pushing Chang Chanuo back to face Nezgok alone, waiting for him to reveal himself to confront Ding Hong directly, even though angry to the teeth, but no other way. Gu Yunfei is determined to meet Na Van Non. Ding Hong delighted. As long as Gu Yunfei is still here, he still has a chance. Now everyone ignore that dog just killed Chang Chanuo. Reward double. Everyone like being injected with fighting spirit. Bring out the weapons towards Chang Chanuo's position. Is a bunch of fools at my home still dreaming of killing me, but the 30-second countdown of Nezgok is almost over. If continue to mix in, afraid that I will also fall under his hand. So without hesitation he swam deeper into Jian Zhuangnan. Angry time is bitter. Only 2 minutes he is here, so deep is seeking death. Meanwhile Nezgok can move immediately, roaring loudly, seeing that Ding Hong feels bad. Finally, they realize that in the water the most frightening thing is not Chang Chanuo but Nezgok at the bottom of the sea. Quickly everyone is caught in a deep sea vortex, forced to endure. No matter how hard they try they can't move. Gu Yunfei's fire magic only causes 298 points of damage to him. Firstly, the fire magic was greatly weakened underwater. Seeing the situation of the cockroach red, Tima gestured for everyone to retreat to protect their lives. Although Chiyuki was a bit reluctant now, there was no other choice but to retreat first, but how could Neji easily set fire to it? If you provoke me, stay and don't leave. Now he immediately activates the rolling wild ice rapids, blinking at all of you. Your oxygen has been depleted for 10 seconds to the countdown to death. When I am resurrected, I will definitely kill you, but in the next moment, I can only show a desperate expression. Chang Shanmo's death, why haven't you died yet? In the next moment, he walks towards the bottom of Chang Shanmo's sea, and you won't pass through Prince Nai Siji. Here, it's just us, let's play a game, let's play, you fool. After speaking, he activates Iceblade Strike towards Trinh Khiem Muc, but Trinh Khiem Muc shows no fear, activating Masterful Defender. People who use obligation can cover their entire body with obligation to resist an attack, then quickly put on their shoes and leave. They must quickly reduce their distance from their boss. Activate equipment skills immediately. Quickly approach Prince Neji. One-handed sword with attribute effect 1 and 5 times the attack power is enough to reach level 25 and immediately deal overwhelming damage to Prince Nijiji, increasing 988 points. Prince Nijiji immediately experiences a strong headache and is driven away by human filth. I wanted to kill you, but Aoshinmo didn't hesitate to switch to another weapon. He pulled out a traditional machine gun, pointed it at Prince Neji, and punched him hard. In the blink of an eye, he screamed, "When you were sick, I killed you." But Nezgok is very angry with this despicable person. If you don't want to take anything from me, I will go back to the same ending with you. Ding Mo smiled slightly, but see if you can survive to welcome me. Congratulations on completing the hidden mission, Dark Disappearance. Congratulations on upgrading to level 17. Congratulations on obtaining the secret box. As you left the coast, Ding Mo slowly opened the box. Congratulations on obtaining the divine level divine jewelry, which can activate soul skills to attack and confuse targets for 4 seconds. A 2-minute mental recovery time. Item level is not equivalent to a wearable level. With the increase of the grave level, there is now a more skilled assassin waiting for Ding Mai to become a new grave level. Remember, soul attack is an endless skill, regardless of the object or level. Facing a competitor who will never lose, and may even face a high-level competitor. At the same time, I refused the scholarship opportunity from the Municipal Education Bureau this year. A person with a beard opposed giving it to anyone without giving it to him. He broke the record in our city, and this person is Li Tian, a third-level transfer boxer. This is a long-haired man who admits to being an unparalleled genius, but he chose the path of freelancer Zha Bat, who beats us hard every year in our city. But how can the educational standpoint of a private tutor give a student with no future like this? This person is Bong Thien Fong, a 3-time champion in the Department of Education. Bong Thien Fong, Refuse. Then Li Thien immediately gets angry. Everyone in the school knows about his feud with Lo Sao V. Why must we publicly display enmity here? Suddenly, the applause next to him suddenly rings out. In fact, this matter is handled very simply. It was decided beforehand to give the scholarship opportunity to Li Dao Nok of Manhwa School. Such a combination could be considered the top pair of those who woke up only because later Trinh Khiem Muc appeared from somewhere and everyone sat down to choose him, so why not have the two of them fight a match? The winner will directly receive the invitation. Just kidding, because Trinh Khiem Muc competes for the right to hold the only seat in Ho City. Even if he has to use his life, he must persevere, but the Mons phone is always in a state of no contact until the other party thinks they have won. The main owner of the world, Trinh Khiem Muc, slowly appeared holding an AK-47 and shot. Initially, this was a friendship between the upper-class layers of the academy with the purpose of nurturing an extremely powerful idol. Only this way can encourage the fighting spirit of all students. But the school's beauty, Lac Tin Tin, encountered trouble right after Trinh Khiem Muc had packed up all the remaining inventory. The shop owner increased the price by 30 to show respect and attractiveness. Meanwhile, on TV, the match of Ho City Academy is being broadcast. Then from the shop owner's mouth, we know that Ho City Academy and Manhwa Academy will conduct a match between the invitations. Why such an important match? No one informed you. But when you took out your phone and looked back, you were completely confused. This match includes group matches and vehicle matches. Ho City Academy has players like level 10 gunners, martial arts priests, warrior berserkers. Manhwa Academy has knights and witches. The introduction of team members from both sides has caused the stands to be chaotic. Meanwhile, Lu Jiwei and the two on the presidential podium closed their eyes. Li Daoyu laughs at the three strongest men of the school. Why didn't Trinh Khiem Muc come? Did he run away like a turtle? But Lac Tin Tin can only keep her mouth shut. Fap Sumo Bao stands behind to attack from afar. Be careful not to be attacked by detectives, then I will protect you. Two into the station to block Li Daoyu straight ahead. Then Li Tian loudly declares the match begins. Immediately after the words ended, the two teams started facing off. Thanks to the powerful strength of Luo Jingjing, the martial artist easily approached Li Daoyu. Just as the heavy blow was about to shatter Li Daoyu's head, a knight from the Fire Phoenix Academy knocked the martial artist far away. At the same time, an assassin from the Fire Phoenix Academy circled behind Luo Jingjing. But when everyone realized, it was too late to stop the sudden attack on Luo Jingjing, and the punch hit its target, causing her to spurt blood. Immediately wiping the blood from her mouth, why was the opponent's crucial attack on her instead of Mo Shi behind her? The reason is that in Li Daoyu's eyes, Luo Jingjing is the center of attention. At this moment, Li Daoyu's skills are also nearing completion, making everyone startled. The cooldown time for Thunder Shadow is not 5 seconds. In over 3 seconds, what will others do next? Li Tianfeng is confident in his awakening ability, S7 Fury. Meanwhile, Li Daoyu's Thunder Shadow has approached Luo Jingjing. Seeing the danger, seeing this, he unleashed a true blood spell on Luo Jingjing, but still got hit hard. But why does his Thunder Shadow have a target locking function? Only hearing a loud bang, Luo Jingjing was knocked away. Shui Chen, after checking Luo Jingjing's injury, said that in this round, we lost this round. Li Daoyu laughed directly like a pig. But the upcoming match result is extremely dire. If we lose 2 more rounds, the City River Academy will be completely eliminated. Everyone can only hope for a miracle to happen, confronted with mockery like slaughtering pigs. But Lo V remained calm and unhurried. The match is not over yet. Oh, allow your students to be hit more before that. But even by then, Trinh Khiem Muc's phone still couldn't make a call. But at this moment, the female swordsman of the City River Academy was about to be. Finally, a big hand appeared, and everyone on the field was surprised. But Lu Jiawei smiled, as if he had everything in the hands of his teammates. Seeing this, the knowledgeable members of the Weathering Academy did not forget to mock him. Even if you came, you had no choice but to die. But who knew that Trinh Khiem Muc directly pulled out the traditional family ACK gun? The power of the bullet was too great. With a click, a person was knocked down to the ground. For the next round, please check the information of the next programmer. Now you have found that his level has reached level 17 after participating in the secret world test for 3 days. Suddenly, the cheers of Cheng Qianshao continued on the field, and Li Tianfeng was also shocked. He widened his eyes and wondered how he could advance so quickly alone. Lu Jiawei was also confused. I only knew he could come back, but I didn't expect his level to reach level 17. Mr. Lu Jiawei, you will have the opportunity to be proud at City College this time. The assassin from Weathering College jumped down. Why do my teammates always encounter the weak, while I have to face this level 17 monster? Seeing Cheng pulsation, please solve it as soon as possible. I am in a hurry. Unable to avoid the assassin, one must keep a cool head and charge forward. It seems like this is the only way to win. In an instant, he disappears. But Trinh Khiem Muc uses an advanced weapon and then activates the skills of a fighter. The silent step immediately pushes this assassin away. It's impressive when he uses the wide-ranging skills of a martial artist to confront the illusory assassin. Why doesn't our teacher teach us how to fight like this? We should definitely ask the teacher to demonstrate. In fact, the academy receives thousands of messages, but we should not sit still. The purpose is to nurture a strong school star. This is the best way to boost students' morale. Just after 10 minutes, the score was equalized. This is a big deal, can't you see I am practicing? That is the resistance hero who comes back like this every day. In just 15 minutes, the scores are leveled. Our students are almost collapsing. Lee Dao Nok is like a thunderstorm, unbelievable. This is absolutely impossible. At this moment, everyone on the field is discussing him, a feat never seen before. Unbelievable. The next pressure will be on the side of the Phoenix Academy. Even the last boxing student was scared off. At this moment, Lee Dao Nok suddenly stepped out of the resting room. A level 17 dared to bully a level 10, interesting. If you want a challenge, come and fight me. But before the words fell, the referee on the scene intervened. It's chaos. Rules cannot be changed according to your will. You have left the field, no right to return. Lee Dao Nok ignores and stares straight at Trinh Khiem Muc. I ask you, do you dare to fight me for the last time? Nothing is impossible. Then let's both go on the field. But the audience of Trinh Khiem Academy disagrees. Your trick, Lee Dao Nok, is too cowardly, using your elder's authority to provoke. But Chairman Lo Gao V on the podium agrees. Director Trong has understood his heart. Because both leaderships agree, the final battle will be fought by Lee Khiem Muc and Lee Dao Nok against Trinh Khiem Nha. When Trinh Khiem Muc fell, Lee Dao Nok arranged the tactics, just rush in and wrap him tightly. Let me handle the rest. I declare the final battle begins right now. When Trinh Khiem Muc fell, Lee Khiem Muc sent a punch to Trinh Khiem Nha, while Lee Dao Nok activated the thunder skill. Seeing this, Trinh Khiem Nha lowered his body to dodge and then switched to the cannon fist technique. The upward uppercut punch sent Lee Jamu flying far away. Immediately after, with a surprise jump, he activated the dragon fist skill. A large dust cloud began to rise at the scene, and Lee Jamu was driven straight into the ground. It's unbelievable. Master, pay attention to Lee Dao Nok's Thunder Light Gall. Decision has been made, and Lee Dao Nok's Thunder Light Gall is also ready. A giant lightning-filled sphere emerged. He looked towards Trinh Khiem Muc with a disdainful look. It's no surprise that Lee Dao Nok is in trouble. Now feeling amazed, he said, I didn't think it was too late. Only I deserve this soul ticket. Die, Trinh Khiem Muc said, and the energy-filled Thunder Light Egg flew towards him. Trinh Khiem Muc immediately activated the time-defying skill to block. The Thunder Light Egg's cooldown time is 5 seconds, plus Lee Dao Nok's additional requirement of 3.5 seconds to mount. Even with the time he spent fighting Lee Jamu at a maximum of 3 seconds, his magical time is 0.5 seconds faster. Under the fierce attack of the mad energy from Lee Dao Nok's Thunder Light Egg, the spot where Trinh Khiem Muc stood immediately turned into a cloud of dust. As Lee Dao Nok wanted to move forward to check the situation, Trinh Khiem Muc's figure slowly walked out from the smoke column. Although his instinct as a martial master is sharp, he couldn't shorten the Thunder Light Egg's cooldown time to only 3 seconds. You can deceive others, but not me, Trinh Khiem Muc said. You have undoubtedly violated the rules by accepting the second-level resurrection layer, right? Comrade Lee Dao Nok saw that scene and immediately became grim. Not to mention Trinh Khiem Muc's cooldown issue, he didn't even receive a scratch under his Thunder Light Egg. That's impossible. Seeing that, Lee Dao Nok suddenly looked embarrassed. Not to mention Trinh Khiem Muc's cooldown issue, he didn't even face any problem under his Thunder Light Egg. How could this be possible? And at this moment, everyone is excitedly asking about the secret soul purification ceremony. Those who know explain that the soul purification ceremony is a special command in the secret world of the school, similar to the second fire moon of the students, divided into easy and difficult levels. After passing, you can receive a special reward from Tae Li, while Lee Dao Dung clearly receives a difficult level reward, level 1120. All students of the Manhwa Academy understand the investigation that the Manhwa Academy is restoring justice to the Jiangtan Academy. Do you recognize anything, Mr. Lo? Look closely at his magical CD. Investigating his data at the Management Guild, can it be done? Do you think I am right? The dark-faced Vong Van Diem Vong Thien Fong looks like he wants to throw mud on others when we don't realize it. Have you noticed it? An outsider like you has quickly reached level 17. Maybe your body isn't so clean anymore. Listening to Trinh Khiem Muc, who is the guide of the Li Dao Nok, you surely want to keep the secret and pretend not to know that Lan Hai is just a trick. Having defeated some geniuses of the Ma Lin Academy, Vice Principal Fu Yu Trong seeks help but is then asked for an explanation. Furthermore, using the name of Bok Lan University to create pressure from above, but unexpectedly rejected directly by the higher UPS. There is no other way, the parents can only retreat. Even the most arrogant vice principal has changed his attitude, immediately taking out the super VIP credit card as an apology. It turns out that from that moment on, Vong Thien Phong's expression looked like he was eating feces. This uncouth boy really doesn't know the heights of heaven and earth. So, I will test you, Lan. What is the miraculous power of the historical saint authority? If you say it wrong, don't blame me for being ruthless. Students in the area start discussing. This is one of the 3 famous heroes in the sewer system of the school, where no one changes careers and no one ever plays soccer in class. How can Trinh Khiem Muc know this now? Vong Thien Phong's hungry face, if not encountering a strong security guard in his youth, will not understand this, but Trinh Khiem Muc's hungry face. Regarding the issue that teacher Vong Gao V raised, this student understands a little bit. It's called controlling the intention, a basic skill of the century, to send a huge army underground and make the enemy within the range stiff. The duration is about 0.8 seconds, and next, he can increase his movement speed by 20, attack speed by 10, and jump rate by 50 for 10 seconds. After listening, Vong Thien Phong immediately called it unacceptable. He understands the sewer profession so well. Why are all the students so excitedly questioning like this? Seeing Vong Gao V's uncomfortable face as if eating feces is really too ecstatic. This is a big deal, really, as ordinary students can't be envious. This little brat with a rude mouth really doesn't know the heights of heaven and earth. So I will check you, Lan. What is the special hidden attribute of the saint authority? If you say it wrong, don't blame me for being merciless. How many parents can still be shocked by the achievements we have achieved at all costs since the early days, and today finally pay a high price? The dark cave has been occupied by Trinh Khiem Muc. It's time to fulfill the promise. You can rest assured for a week, my classmates. But on the other hand, Li Dao Nok is not calm. He is like a cat chasing a dead mouse. So, I will ask you, does the assassin have any hidden special skills? Can you reveal them? Upon hearing this question, the student next to Tan immediately became agitated. The students of Manhwa School are truly despicable. The core issue, if not professional, who will know? Speaking of the effectiveness of skills, oh well, you're asking about the hidden points here immediately. Tan's face immediately turned cold, so I'll let you understand. The chain of talismans is divided into metal, wood, water, fire, earth, and the 5 great natural attributes. Different talismans also have completely different enhancement effects, and the hidden points of the talisman user are even simpler. Not after learning the talisman can be attached to magic. The power of the Thunder Bomb just now came from the fusion of attribute characters, and after reincarnating into a second-level spiritualist, it can absorb the power of the divine spirit to create what's so complicated. In the ancient saying, the Tao meets the road, one cannot foresee the outcome. How do you know that so clearly? It's not absolute. It can't be when even the legs can't control trembling and suddenly fall to the ground at this moment. Li Tian smiled satisfied. This child's talent is not bad either. Sorry for taking the wrong path. Today's drama also ends here. What do you think? Vong Gao V. Vong Thien Phong suddenly sat down on the chair. Enough. This old man admits, just blame me for being narrow-minded. Blurred by eyes of resentment, only hoping for a light punishment. The competition of the Fire Academy also ends here. The Academy needs to investigate and handle it seriously. The Fire Academy wins in this match. The students' cheers on the field keep echoing, we are the champions. Trinh Khiem Muc, you're truly amazing. I will give birth to a monkey for you. The Fire Academy announces that only one top scholarship in Zhongcheng City is awarded to student Trinh Khiem Muc, but at this moment, Trinh Khiem Muc asks Commissioner Liu. Currently, what are the top 10 national universities keeping secret? But what puzzles Trinh Khiem Muc is why the copies he wants are not available at any of the top 10 universities, but one university among them has caught his attention. Why does Divine University have many mysterious areas without any national history? Listening, Li Tian slowly sets down his teacup. The story of the mysterious university has lasted for 50 years ago. Divine University cannot be considered the country's top university, owning not only many high-level secrets but also very strong student talents. Later, more and more schools develop higher-level secrets through endless challenges, becoming stronger. However, the difficulty of the secret area of the University of Oceanus is much higher than that of other schools, so to overcome some difficult submaps, it's really as difficult as reaching the sky, but wanting to surpass these challenging maps is truly as difficult as reaching the sky. Simply as difficult as reaching the sky. Gradually, Too many students are forced to give up the University of Oceanus, so the strength of the school is also rapidly declining, but the secret maps of the University of Oceanus are 1,000 necessary items. Although currently facing difficulties, this is not the main issue since the University of Oceanus is no longer in the top 10. Will this exodus return to the school or not? I want to participate in the university entrance exam and then choose the desired school, whether it be literature or physics, making everyone surprised. Cheng Jianmo, you must think carefully. A rare opportunity like this comes once in 1,000 years, regret will be too late. But Lu Zhaovi has a different opinion. Lao Lam, you don't need to say much. The school respects the students' choices, but the school also does not want you to suffer. If there are any requests, feel free to propose. So Thua Trinh Muc provided the necessary documents. I don't know if these schools can provide them or not. Lu Zhaovi said you can propose freely. But when he looked at the document board, his eyes widened. Are you here just to shop? Meanwhile, the School Management Association arrived. This is the information we found about the beach area of Hai Ban City. Van Gao Do began to review. I wonder if any school can nurture such a terrifying genius. But when he looked at the information about Hai Ban City, he became calmer. Why is it the Jiang City Academy? And he's just a third-year student. How could this kid's fighting ability surpass 12,000 years? It's not surprising that at level 15, he can single-handedly fight a large number of level 22 individuals and even kill Din Hong and 21 others. This is truly bizarre. This child will surely become the pillar of the country. We cannot let such a top talent be destroyed. Dai Do, look, there used to be a powerful person standing here. Hearing this, Dai Do was immediately astonished. How can there still be such a great genius? And he will stand by Trinh Khiem Muc. At that moment, they knew that Trong Ma Lin had come to meet. The reception room was bustling with a group of women recounting their journey. Finally, Yu Wai Go, the counselor, also arrived. Today, he must be fair to the parents like us. The villain Trinh Khiem Muc has ruthlessly attacked students of the same nationality, dropping 4 levels without reason. Please, Yu Wai Go, resolve this issue for us. At this point, Trong Hong Sun, the administrative deputy principal of Bok Lam School, suddenly appeared. Go Wei Vien, it's been too long since we met. You must have heard the cries for help from everyone, so please provide information about the villain Trinh Khiem Muc for us. But Go Wei Vien immediately refused. We need to carefully consider this issue. As far as I know, Trinh Khiem Muc did nothing wrong. The reason also started from your school, so I cannot comply with the request. Hearing this, Trong Hong Sun immediately burst into anger. If Trong Ma Lin deliberately pursues it, even Yu Wai Go cannot be weak. If I want to protect him, what should I do? Suddenly, the situation became tense. Neither of them gave in. But suddenly, Trong Hong Sun laughed out loud. I knew you wouldn't study, so before you came, I asked the central office under the name of Bok Lam School. It was approved, but I can only help you get here. Next, you will have to take care of yourself. At the same time, the approval from the headquarters also revealed Director Trung Hu's reputation as one of the top 5 powerful individuals of Tianhai. Just a single move from him, even the headquarters had to give him a few death points. Seeing the instructions from the headquarters, both of them were surprised. Refusal is not an option. At this moment, Trong Hong Sun also expressed his astonishment. Is there a big shot behind this kid that even he dares not provoke? Let's not complicate things further for this matter. At this moment, Commissioner Vu was also no different from a bewildered person. Is the information related to that unfamiliar strong figure? Or it could be one of the great heroes within our management association. This kid is still hiding quite well. It's really a waste of my effort to help you just now, and now you still want to criticize the parents. No different from a clumsy person. We must respect decisions from above. Surely my son has made a mistake. He must be educated more at home. Never cause trouble for the management association. Chung Hong Sun has also changed from before. Today is a misunderstanding. I am a bit cautious here. Please send my regards to Trinh Khiem Muc. After speaking, he turned and left. The card in his hand also left Commissioner Vo astonished. It's truly a major turning point. The black card of Hai Dong Continent along with a high-level 60 armor set. That kid. Your starting point has surpassed over 90 of the population. Never disappoint our seniors who have entrusted their faith in you. He is clearly the one causing damage to the opponent's school, but now he wants to come and fight for the opponent's secret. All teachers mock him as a fool. Just because he chose the most difficult challenge, the Dark Abyss. The principal even said that this challenge will be broadcast live. This will remind him of the true importance of all the teachers and students of the school. But no one knows that for this boy, this secret is as easy as taking candy from a baby. Immediately after Kai Jiam Mo Kin relinquished his right to attend the only academy, The school agreed to provide him with some materials, but with the cooperation of the entire school, they only managed to obtain a third of it. To gather enough, this could only be achieved when the spokesperson leader heard this. Ton Moc Thap became astonished and thanked Mr. Lee for helping me with an important matter that needed to be addressed. Seeing this, Mr. Lee was about to approach but was stopped by Mr. Lo Uy Ban and told to let him go. As long as no one is injured, Tan Son Academy will take responsibility. However, could you tell me the purpose of collecting so much material? Ton Moc Thap turned around and chuckled lightly. I want to create a weapon ahead of its time. The meeting room of the Five Flowers Academy. Due to the cheating behavior of Fanghua Academy this time, the Department of Education decided to reduce the resources of the academy and revoke all honors, expelling students like Li Dao Nok from the school, prohibiting them from participating in any higher exams for 5 years. As for Su Tak Dong, pretending that Vong Thien Phong has been disciplined by the disciplinary committee and must undergo an investigation by the organization. It seems like this is the real end this time. It is said that some lower-year students have been transferring schools constantly for many days. There is no joy in 78 years of Fanghua Academy. It may be difficult to recover. But just then, the door of the meeting room suddenly opened, and there he was, student named Ton Moc Thap had arrived. Arguments immediately broke out in the crowd. Everyone was angry at his outrageous actions. I want to see what this kid can do. He seems to be Ton Moc Thap, the one known as the Demon Child, now turned into a mysterious spirit. Upon closer inspection, indeed he is handsome. May I ask what your feelings are upon coming to our school? Tien Moc chuckled seductively. I want to start a war to claim the secret area. All the teachers were astonished to hear this. A student wanting to start a war to claim the secret area. But the war to claim the secret area is just a matter of owning the secret area. Typically, mysterious areas are under the control of the school. Without the school's permission, outsiders will not receive any rewards even if they manage to pass through. Unless they break a new record in conquering such a mysterious area, only then can they claim ownership and engage in territorial battles with others. It's called the Battle for the Mysterious Territory. A 17th grade student wanting to initiate a battle for the mysterious territory truly overestimates themselves. If you know what's good for you, hurry back to your Zhongcheng Academy. Is the academy that scary? If so, dare you not to spar with me, a teacher on the verge of going crazy. However, Chairman Kong intervened. What are you trying to stop, old man? You've obstructed our path. There are a total of 20 types of materials here. If I successfully challenge you today, you must bring out at least 5 types. Principal Tang looks puzzled as to why a student would need those materials. Could he also be a talented forger? The plot immediately shifts. What will you do if you fail? If I fail, I can agree to any of your conditions. Old man, I accept this wager. Student Cheng Qian Mo begins. Our school controls a total of 4 basic skill books: Dead Mine, Screaming Cave, Castle of Echoes, Dark Abyss. You have 3 chances, just need to surpass the record of any book. This bet will be considered successful if you can do it. Everyone thinks he will surely choose the Dead Mine book as it's the easiest. However, despite that, in the past, it took teacher Lo 2 months to achieve such a crazy record. But in the next moment, Cheng Qian Mo's choice shocked everyone as he chose the hardest book, Abyss of Shadows. Chairman Kong reminds him that the terrain of this mysterious area is very complex. With your level, it's almost impossible to complete. I advise you to choose another one. With Beausoleil's words, I have made my decision. Open the real-time TV screen of all classes immediately. I will leave if he fails. The reputation of Zhongcheng University will be tarnished if this happens. This is truly a good opportunity to boost students' morale. Beausoleil entered the secret area in the cave. The dark cave is an underground lake with mostly aquatic creatures. Their vision is normal, but their hearing is heightened. This feeling is so familiar. A razor blade struck directly, smashing all the foolish creatures into blood. Then, a fatal blow, a supplementary strike, completed the task. The students lying down immediately became dumbfounded. This injury is too horrifying. Even if his level is 1 higher than others, it should be like this. Then, while passing through a narrow alley, a dense crowd of humanoid fish blocked his way. This is the most difficult point of the dark cave. If the shrimp in the water will cause difficulties. Luckily, Beausoleil is a solo player. He immediately activated the joint flying skill of all professions. He leapt directly over the crowd of humanoid fish. Damn, this usual joint skill he played as if in a royal palace. Even the old teacher Lack was once annoyed by the flesh-eating fish for a while. But the time spent using the skill is only half of the old teacher Lack. Beausoleil and Principal Hua were both shocked and couldn't believe it. Shortly after, Beausoleil encountered the first boss in the cave, Lobster King Baltan, with 3000 health points. Unexpectedly, this boss has attributes lower than the impact range of the 5 grams radiation. This is truly insignificant. Who would have thought that the person revered by the entire school, teachers, and students alike as a god, is just a joke? Not only easily broke all records of all male students, but also did so effortlessly. Even the ownership rights of the mysterious area have been lost. Right after that, Trinh Khiem Muc encountered the first boss, Baltar. Without saying a word, a powerful fire punch flew straight towards Baltar. He was attacked and only then realized Trinh Khiem Muc's existence because his setup was when players attack or approach him, they are detected. At the same time, the teachers beside continuously teased whether he dared to attack Baltar, surely he would die. Even teacher Lo V, after hundreds of attempts, successfully found the secret of this level, which is not to provoke Baltar. The only way to overcome is to come over strongly to the other side. Although it will take more time, that is the best way to pass. Let's witness this boy being torn apart by the vicious shark pack. But Trinh Khiem Muc did not hesitate. An attack came before Baltar, followed by the skill of skating on the ground, and then an attack by kicking Baltar's stomach, pushing him into the water. Next, a kick hit Baltar's back. Baltar thought Trinh Khiem Muc was very foolish. The water was his home turf. As long as he dove down, Trinh Khiem Muc would surely fail. But Trinh Khiem Muc remained calm, then switched to the entire set of equipment. As you wish. Not reacting to Baltar, Trinh Khiem Muc pushed him down to the bottom of the water. The sharks under the lake, attracted by fresh blood, began to dominate Baltar. However, the vicious shark pack didn't care. Even if you were a boss, you were not respected. Baltar on the lake tried to swim up to the surface, but Trinh Khiem Muc didn't give him a chance. A yellow blood splash from Baltar thrown on the surface, then once again pushed Baltar down into the water. Next, switching to the fishing rod, fighting Inta. In an instant, he left the battlefield. His intellect was not enough to cope with the situation. He then rushed into the corridor, leaving only the weakness of Baltan on the lake surface. Seeing this, all teachers and students in the school were shocked. In such a comparison, teacher Lo V had become a laughingstock from the beginning. I hope the maze will take a little more time for him. But just then, the principal was shocked because this kid's path was flawless, even smoother than the principal's path before. Apparently, he has been here before. Hearing this, the principal suddenly stood up. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. Do you think he's been here before? Surely everyone understands that admitting one's own inadequacy is difficult. It seems that Manhwa school will fail in the face of a high school student. It's not surprising if today witnesses the establishment of a new record that can never be broken from now on. At this moment, Trinh Khiem Muc has reached the final level, lighting up this brazier. There will be 4 black-tailed snakes appearing. After all are eliminated, they will face the final boss. With the current situation, facing 16 is not difficult. As they say, so they'll prepare for a single strike to defeat all. If the god can smoothly overcome it, I will ask for a school transfer tomorrow. Teachers on the scene have different attitudes, still want to show themselves even though they are about to pass. But if you encounter trouble, Manhwa school will be saved. Trinh Khiem Muc will let us see if he's a genius or a fool. Facing 16 black-tailed snakes, Trinh Khiem Muc still doesn't understand the advertising skills of Fu Lamang bitch have begun to invade. But if in trouble, Manhwa school will also be rescued. Trinh Khiem Muc will show us whether he is a genius or a fool. Facing 16 black serpent snakes, Trinh Khiem Muc still does not fully understand the advertising skills of Fu Lamang bitch have begun to invade. Decrease the target's surrounding durability and simulate for 30 seconds. At that moment, 16 black snakes simultaneously attack Din Muc, who dodges the attack and then pulls out a fixed bomb. The explosion above Din Muc's head created a magnificent scene. A blue stone that can reduce durability and simulate a fixed bomb that may include an oil component. It may seem insignificant as Din Muc unexpectedly pulls out a magic staff while uttering a bunch of curses, only to see a mysterious house suddenly appear in the sky along with a shower of rocks falling on the black snake herd along with oil bombs. In Din Muc's hands, a terrifying chemical formula can be created. Seemingly freelancers are not entirely useless. They focus on equipment. With a combination of discipline, creativity, and a terrifying combat instinct, we high school students this time have no way to avoid it. Suddenly, a green flame erupts on the pillar, followed by 3 giant snakes suddenly appearing. Who dares to call their name? Finally, the ultimate spread of the level 29-headed snake species, seeing Din Muc smirk after many years. Let me see what you're capable of, stranger. I will make you pay for your arrogance. After speaking, open your mouth wide and unleash a spraying skill towards Din Muc, activating an instant movement skill to avoid the harmful attack. Activating the Sandstorm Slash skill, took a glance and cut off the left head of Akumai, but he has an infinite regeneration mechanism. Just by cutting off his right and left hands, the regeneration can be prevented. Seeing this, Din Moc immediately changes weapons. Activating the unique skill of the Shadow Assassin, in an instant he beheads the right side of Akumai, then pulls out a gun lock to activate the lockpicking skill to pick up his tongue, combined with drawing a weapon. With a long sword swing, a direct circular swing kills the main tongue of Akumai. Congratulations, Din Moc has broken the highest record of the Dark Cave, taking 1 hour 56 minutes 32 seconds. The ownership of the Dark Cave now belongs to Din Moc. From now on, the Dark Cave will be changed to Din Moc. School leaders did not expect that while leading students into the school, they were brutally betrayed by students. Not only the principal but other leaders were also cruelly defeated. Because students knew that the current principal seemed to praise but was actually thinking of ways to kill them. To the students, they are just filthy creatures. Without a master protector, students will definitely be killed in front of their eyes. Right after Din Moc kills Akumai and reaches level 18, his power has reached an astonishing 13,028 years. The system notification has received a basic material package. Should it be opened or not, Din Moc chooses to open it without hesitation. Congratulations, you have received the Fang of the Nine-Headed Snake, the Sea Turtle, and the Abyssal Stem. These are the materials that Din Moc needs to craft weapons. Apparently, success will take a few more years this time. Din Moc's speed through the level is faster than Bok Bias. The memorial also displays the 3 words Din Moc, immediately causing all teachers and the entire school to be stunned. We have been fascinated by the achievements we have achieved at all costs from the early days, and today we have finally paid a heavy price. The Dark Cave has been occupied by Trinh Khiem Muc. It's time to fulfill the promise. Stay calm in your class for a week. It will be impossible to avoid collecting what you need. Wenyan, with a sudden, sharp gaze, challenges the other 3 secret areas. Teachers are immediately astonished and warn Principal Kong not to agree. Otherwise, he might even lose his clothes. Principal Kong becomes angry. A bunch of fools, will we not be able to refuse him according to the rules? No one can refuse the battle for the secret areas. Of course, it's a gamble. If you succeed, I will double the rewards. But Principal Kong reveals an additional condition. Windy Academy demands a merger with your Zhongcheng school. This Kong is truly cunning. Just in time to exchange the existence of Windy Academy. If not, Windy Academy will surely collapse. But at that moment, someone reports that the unlucky star Trinh Khiem Muc is coming to the school. However, Principal Zheng remains calm. A trivial matter turned into a big deal. I admit that student Trinh Khiem Muc has some talent which makes the new task of our school easier. Although we cannot refuse his battle for the secret area, we have to see if he can reach the secret area corridor or not. At the gate of Galaxy School, I am Trinh Khiem Muc, the 22 ND year student with my martial arts. I challenge you, Wenyan, with a disdainful look. Unexpectedly, you stoop to such tricks to stop me. Turns out there is a rule stating that the school can challenge fiercely if the level difference is under 20. Normally, new students would only receive such punishment for major offenses. And the school leaders have found Trinh Khiem Muc's weakness. If anyone should be blamed, blame the foolish loyalty of Trinh Khiem Muc. When the level difference is under 20, a duel may be mandatory. Usually, only when a student commits a major offense would they be punished like this. And the school leaders used videos to find the weaknesses in Trinh Khiem Muc. If you want to blame anyone, blame your overconfidence. Thought you would send me a clear challenge from Galaxy Academy, but Kuoi Thien Nai has certainly accepted it. He grabbed Trong Nocte's left leg, then blocked his right leg and kicked him. Just a second later, he sent Trong Nocte flying straight. A series of movements like cloud surfing. The activation time is not more than 0.1 second. Using an advanced blocking skill that can only be used proficiently after changing professions. Then, a moment after using the basic skill, Nguyen Tay directly sprayed old wine. He then gritted his teeth and thrust forcefully into the ground. In just a blink of an eye, he was covered in blood, falling into a fateful sleep. The great god coming to our school did not hesitate. He immediately killed level 22 teacher Zhang Yuxi with one blow. Let's see what teacher Shu Likun, level 24, will show. To prevent my students from secretly challenging, the teachers played their lifelong game. You're right, we will do everything to eliminate you. I don't believe after several rounds you still have the strength to challenge. Then I won't waste any more words.